Kia ora, New Zealand. Welcome to Sweet Chain Live. This is episode 24. And we've got a great show for you tonight. On the show, a little bit later on, we have Hayley Flintoft will be joining us to talk about all things in her world, ladies disc golf, and previous world championships and babies and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have her up shortly. I've also got the results of two of our giveaways. So we'll be talking about the Worlds giveaway. So I can already see that Bray doesn't want to know about Worlds. So I'll give you I'm gonna spoil it if you haven't watched it. So make sure that you do tune out at that point if you don't want to see what the results are. We'll also be going through the fourth circle giveaway, which I don't know if you saw the post, the live video that Reese did a moment ago, but he announced the winner, and we've got that. We've got that for you as well. Also going to be talking about RPM's Rapture, which is coming up in Wellington. It's coming up in, when is it? Middle of August, August the 14th. And we've also got a few other things. We spin the wheel for Hosker a little bit later on as well. Okay, so we start off as ever in Invercargill, where it's Johnny Ferrari who puts the hot score in for this week with a 14 under par, so well done to him. At Chingford, Cameron Mackey hits 7 down to take out the honours this week in Dunedin. And at Queenstown Gardens, Mikey Yu's been out about again with a 14 under par hot round. Over at Tucker Beach, and it's Andy Clune who hits 7 under par to take out the honours this week. And at Ely Point and at Lismore, Ryan Cambridge locking out Wanaka with a 6 under and a 9 under respectively. So well done to Ryan. Across to Christchurch and at Jelly Park, it's Gregor Brosnan again and Tom Adamson who hit the hot scores for the round with 13 under par. And at Queen's Park Reserve, it's Jeremy Brockenshire who hits 7 under. And just down the road, Brooker Ave, Willie Taratana hits 6 under par. Up to the capital, and it's Brady Cush who's been doing the Mahi at Berhampore, hitting 4 under par up in the hills. Jacques Dewal lives at Petone and he's hit another hot score this week. Hikoi Koi with a 5 under. And Mark Vanderpost hits 3 under at Harcourt Park in some very, very testing conditions this week up in Upper Hutt. You don't want to live in Upper Hutt last week. Linklater, you've got Joel Simpson and Jackson Sullivan who both went 7 under par at Linklater. That's the best score we've seen there in a while. And at Spa Park, Tony Donaldson hits 5 under par in Topor. At Henderson, it's a tie between Aaron Watt and Richard Watterson, who both hit 4 under par this week. Well done to them. And at Woodhill Red Tees, Dylan Johnson and Luke Humphreys both hit 3 over par up in Auckland. So well done to everybody this week. Some new names and some old names coming up. So well done to them. Now, my guest at this time is a 2-time New Zealand disc golf champion. This is the first Worlds she's had off in quite some time. It's Hayley Flintoft.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
You're good, thank you. Real good.
Excellent, excellent. Now, just so I mentioned, you were just as you were tuning in the green room, you were talking about how you've how you're watching the World Championships now, and it's the first World Championships you've missed for 3 or 4 years, is it?
4 years, I think. I went to Georgia for my first one. Been to 3, yeah. And yes, this would have been 4th. And I got invited to it, and I was just very much considering it. I would have loved to have gone, but then lots of stuff happened.
Yeah, the world's changed a bit since 2019 Worlds.
Yeah,
it doesn't make it as easy.
It looks beautiful over there, though.
Oh, and the courses themselves look beasts, to be honest. Yeah. You know, you turn up to a golf course and think it's going to be nice and easy, and then they put the basket on a little spit of land that's about
funny wee bunkers everywhere. It looks pretty tech. Yeah,
absolutely. Do you think you'll get to another one?
I'd love to. I'd
yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. I don't know if it's been announced yet where next year's Worlds as. I'm sure it has been, and I just haven't read it. But you'll have to, yeah. Well, hopefully we'll get to see you compete over there.
I was literally just saying to Kyle yesterday, I can't wait till Silver's big enough and come caddy for us. Eventually, we'll take him to juniors.
Well, you got quite a few. You got a few years yet until that happens. But let's just talk about this a moment, because your baby. Sorry, do you want to introduce him and that?
Well, he's Sylvan, and he's a spider monkey because he came to the Jungle of Fame Paradise for his first tournament, 3 weeks old. He's 4 months old today. He's been around Lismore every week since he's been born, at least a few times, and Ely at least once a week as well. So he knows those courses like the back of his hand. It's the only way to get him to sleep, actually. So my life is pretty much baby and disc golf right now. It's great.
That's not a bad life. Not a bad life. And so you played your first tournament like not very long after he was born.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
That was nationals, yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredible to think that you can have a baby, go through all of that, and then 3 weeks later turn up to nationals. And,
I was lucky to be right. It was awesome because it gave me drive to recover and get better and keep my fitness up, my health and stuff before having Sylvan. And it was paradise. Just getting out to paradise with him, it was just such a good incentive to stay really positive. So I think it really helped.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. And great example to anybody out there who's kind of going, I can't go and play disc golf because I've got a young baby, or I can't go and play disc golf because I'm pregnant. Or that's just a great example that it's what's possible.
I find it definitely helped me keep my fitness, helped me keep my sanity as well. Being outside, just walking. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've heard and read that walking whilst pregnant is a very good thing to do. I've heard that somewhere. And so, you've had a few wins so far this year, towards the beginning of the year. What tournaments have you got that you're looking forward to for the rest of this season?
I've got Tucker's booked in and got OHA booked in. Definitely want to play twice as well, just depending if we can find a babysitter, because otherwise it's my turn to sit out. Those 3 are what we've got booked in so far. It literally is just trying to find a babysitter in every town now. Every year, try and find suss it out. Just wasn't even expecting to play this many tournaments after he was born, but it's just kind of worked out that way. And just keep seeing how it goes. I mean, at the moment he's still pretty mobile. He's still pretty small. Yeah.
So you reckon it'll get harder and then easier?
I definitely think there'll be a stage where he's not going to be entertained to follow me around the course as much as he is at the moment, because he's still really little, and just bundle him into the pram and go. So we'll see. You never know. He may love it. He may be keen to just keep playing.
Good stuff. So you're going to join us for a Desert Island disc golf. This is our weekly feature where Hayley this week is stranded on a desert island, and this desert island's got a disc golf course. Fortunately, you've got 3 discs with you, which you get to play the course with. So what are you throwing?
Okay. Very, very beautiful Waka Waka.
Lovely PWAC. Lots of people throw those. Yeah. What's made you choose that?
Okay, my RPM Waka Platinum. It's just a lovely disc. And look how pretty it is.
It's very
very straight flyer. If you want to, you can turn it over, but as well, as long as you don't give it too much, it just holds a really straight, beautiful line. It goes for a while. Yeah.
How do you find the platinum compares to the other plastics? Because I used to throw it was either I think it was a Magma PWAC, and I found that it flipped a little bit more than I wanted it to, and so do you find the platinum plastic is a bit more stable?
Yes. No. Definitely. Like, I've got another PWAC in my bag that does flip for that purpose. This just is very true to how I throw it. It would probably be less stable for somebody with a stronger arm than me, but for me, my baby.
Yeah.
And then just as pretty. Oh. This is my RPM Kotuku. And thanks, Alan, for letting me buy getting this platinum disc off you. The Kotuku new mid-range is gorgeous. The Kia is beautiful and it's stable, but it dumps quite quick. But the Kotuku just
more glide.
Yeah. This one, the platinum, is actually not as stable as the other one I was throwing, so it's breaking in really straight for it, but trustworthy straight. Yeah. Also, very, very nice forehand disc. Yeah.
Very good. I've heard a lot of good feedback about the Kotuku. There's a lot of fans of that up here in Wellington. So yeah, you're not alone there.
Yeah.
You're gonna need something. Hey, that PWAC's just going to be upside down if you if you put too much on.
Sort of.
That's right. So what's your third disc? What else have you got?
Driver. Kahoo.
Yeah. Regular.
Yeah, regular. It's beating in for me beautifully. Again, really nice turnover with it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a different one in my bag for a headwind though. Different plastic. Got an ace with it the other day.
Very good. Congratulations.
Called it in the air too. I went, Paz, skip ace. I love skip aces, favourite.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. So you've got a Kahoo, a Kotuku, and a PWAC for your round. Excellent. Who are you playing with? Who are your card mates?
Well, Kyle, obviously, because he can push the pram around. Because Sylvan's coming with us. But
he doesn't count as one of the four. If,
no, he's not playing yet. Well, I was thinking about it. I kind of want to have a throwback to Jess Guy, who gave me my first ever 2 discs actually. Mm-hmm. She gave me an RPM Raptor, and that was the only disc I used for 6 months. Mm-hmm. And she won a river at a club day and gave that straight to me. And I was just like, oh, who is this? Trix is amazing. She's yeah. And I was actually thinking of Ben Holbrook as well, because he was the first person to come out with me for a round and show both of us how to play. And he's the reason I'm not a left-handed player, because he was just right-handed. And he was like, this is how you do it. And I went, okay. And I'm a right-handed player.
So you're normally left-handed in everyday life. Oh wow! But you throw a golf disc with your right hand. We had Phil on the other week who said that he throws both. Have you tried throwing with your more dominant hand?
Yeah, it's probably quicker. I've probably got a stronger left hand, but it's very erratic because I haven't trained it at all. I consider it very similar to darts. I like playing lefty versus righty because lefty feels more natural, but then it's all over the place. So right's I got to think about it, so it's a bit more accurate, which is weird. But grew up playing golf, stick golf, right-handed. So parents were too cheap to buy left-handed clubs.
I have to say, I said it to Phil the other week, and I'll say it to you now. I'm amazed by people who can use both hands to play sports or to do pretty much anything. My left arm is just rubbish, and so to be able to switch, almost switch, right? But I mean, it must come in useful to be able to play. There must be times where you've had to throw left-handed because of the situation. You're behind a tree, you've got a tricky lie or whatever, and that becomes very useful. There's certainly times where I've been in situations where I thought I wish I could throw left-handed.
Yeah, I have used it in tournaments sometimes, and every now and then it works. Sometimes it doesn't though. Sometimes I'm like, I should just go with the other hand. But I am actually learning left-hand forehand, which is quite interesting.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But it's going to take a bit of time, a bit of practice.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Excellent. So, look, you're a 2-time New Zealand disc golf champion. You've been on the tour for some number of years now.
2014, 15, I think.
Yeah.
We started on the tour as soon as we started playing, pretty much.
Yeah. What have you noticed in the last, 6, 7 years? What have you noticed has changed over those years
So
from,
much.
from a women's game perspective?
There's definitely a lot more women playing now, which is fantastic. Especially I've noticed in the last year, 2 years, starting to get a lot more women that are just really serious on it. They caught the bug. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's really exciting, actually. I was just there was a German girl called Lisa came here a few years ago, and I was kind of just getting really excited about it. And she's been playing professionally overseas for a long time, and we started having battles like 1-for-1. We'd win tournaments by like one shot, and then vice versa. It was really exciting. And she was telling me about how like popular it is and like how hard it is to get to tournaments because there's so many people playing and stuff. And I'm like, oh fuck, it's encouraged here, you know. We get about 35 to 40 people come play in a tournament. Now it's getting crazy. Like this last year, it's just it's cool. It's exciting.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting actually how the tour is going to change and how, especially for the women's divisions, is going to need to ensure that you can kind of protect an amount of places for the number of ladies that are going to be interested in playing. So that's going to be very interesting to see. So yeah, very good. Right, we'll get on to our quick fire round. Okay, so these are dead easy questions. No thinking. Just answers as soon as you hear the question. So are you ready?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, question number 1. What's your name?
Hayley.
Where were you born?
Murchison.
Where do you live now?
Wanaka.
What's your PDGA number?
83693.
How many years have you been playing?
7.
Your favorite course?
Pender Island.
Very good. Your favorite disc?
My new Platinum Kotuku.
Excellent. Your favorite MPO player?
Greg Barsby.
Cool. And your favorite FPO player?
Paige Pierce. She's amazing. So
excellent,
nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So that's the front 9. The back 9 is our Safari 9. It's a this or that. So here we go. Mountains or deserts?
Mountains.
Spring or autumn?
Spring.
Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
Nappies or diapers?
They're the same thing. Reusable nappies.
Late night or early morning?
Late night. Easy.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Run it or lay it up?
Run it every day.
Front of the box or back of the box?
Front of the box.
Distance driver or fairway driver?
Lightweight distance driver.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Excellent. Look, Hayley, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Matt. That was fun.
and very best of luck at Tucker's in it's about 2 weeks time. 3 weeks, just over 2 weeks time. So very best of luck down at Tucker's, and for the rest of the season, we'll be following the progress very carefully as the season goes on. Hopefully that's what we want to see, and hopefully Sylvan has some good rounds with you as well.
Yeah, thank you very much, Matt. Have a good night.
All right, see you later. Cheers. Bye. That was Hayley Flintoft joining us. Just over 3 weeks actually for Tucker Beach. Thank you very much, Bray. So we've got some giveaways to do and to sort out. So the first one is for the fourth circle complete selection, actually. So this is one that Reese joined us last week and announced. You get a taipan, a firehawk, a dingo, and a huntsman. And the winner, which he announced on his channel earlier on today, was Stuart Clark from Wellington. So well done to Stuart. He correctly guessed that the type of animal would be a spider of their next putter, and that it was going to be called a funnel web. So look out for the funnel web that's going to be coming out from Fourth Circle Discs very soon. he guessed the right animals, so that means that Stuart's also going to be sent a prototype of the funnel web. Sorry, he'll be one of the first people in the world to get his hand on that disc. So well done to Stuart. Finally, Worlds. If you don't want to know any spoilers, then probably want to tune out now, because we're going to be talking about that for a little bit. So this week was Worlds. It was incredible. Let's just watch this together, because it's just insane. That was crazy. That was crazy. If you were watching that and you were going crazy, then you weren't alone. The final results for the World Championships: in third place you had Nate Sexton. In second place, Paul Macbeth, and in first place James Conrad. So congratulations to them. And in the FPO division, you had Lisa Fakers coming in third place, Paige Pierce in second place, and Katrina Allen taking it out again on the 18th hole to take out the win there. Now, in terms of the giveaway we were doing, all you had to do was pick 3 players in each division that you thought were going to finish in the top 3, and then the person who got the most out of 6 wins these 2 discs. So a gold on gold RPM Tui. And a Paige Pierce, I think it's Z-Line Undertaker. Very, very nice and pearly there. So, and we did have an overall winner. So there was one person who got 4 guesses right. And their guesses, they guessed Paul Macbeth, James Conrad, and Ricky Wysocki, and also guessed Paige Pierce and Katrina Allen in their lineup. And the winner was Rewy. So congratulations, Rewy. I'll be bringing these discs along to Hosker, and I'll see you then. If not, I'll drop them around later on in the weekend. So congratulations to Rewy. I think he might be online. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. RPM's Rapture is just around the corner for Wellington. If you want to get involved in that, the registration is now open. It opened earlier on today. We've been talking to a lot of people about how the busyness of disc golf has got. We're nearly halfway full, and it's been open for three and a bit hours. So if you want to get on and join us for RPM Rapture in Wellington, then you can do. The details are, it's on the 14th of August up in Harcourt Park. We're going to be playing a hybrid layout. It's going to be a bit of the regular course, a couple of champ tees. We're also going to chuck some of the Super 9 holes in there as well. So we're going to try and play crossways on the park, and there's going to be a few par 4s and par 5s to stretch out the new Pekka Pekka, which is the understable fairway driver from RPM. And that's going to be in everybody's players pack. So if you haven't played a Rapture before, the deal is that as part of your players pack, you get a Pekka Pekka, a Koktuku, and a Ruru, or it might be a Tui. That's still to be confirmed. And everybody plays with those 3 discs, and only those 3 discs. So you can, I guess the playing field is somewhat leveled, and the day is going to run, so there's going to be a doubles in the morning, and then we're going to be taking a break for lunch. You'll need to bring your own lunch, and then in the afternoon we've got a singles competition. So in the singles competition there'll be an MPO, FPO, and MA1 divisions. We may open an FA1 division as well if there's a lot of interest. And so far there's been a few ladies join up. So if you do want to play in that, then please get involved. Head over to Sweet Chain Music on Facebook and Instagram, and the link that you need to fill out is there. So fill that out and get your payments in. It's only $50. $50 secures you a free fantastic discs, premium plastic, Kotukus, and the new Pekka, and you'll be one of the first in the country to get your hands on them and to play around with a bunch of people in a great setting. And I've been told the weather's going to be really nice in 6 weeks' time, so that's also going to be good. A little bit closer to today is Hoska. Is this weekend in Hikoikoi, down at the foreshore. So if you're involved in, if you're planning on being in the capital at the weekend, then please come down. We're going to spin the wheel now to find out who, or rather what round we're going to be playing. So let's just center this. There we go. Right now, so the choices that you had this week were putters only, understable only, and back nine. You can see that most of the votes went for putters only. We had a few votes for understable only. So this is the idea that if you add the turn and the fade numbers together, then the number has got to be 0 or less, and which will be interesting if it gets windy, and so. Yeah, and one person went for back nine. I don't know who that was. I do know who that was, but yes. So hopefully Brett gets his way and gets to play back nine. But let's spin the wheel and see how we get on. Oh. Okay, so bring your understable discs to this month's Hoska. So the way this works is. You take the turn number and the fade number and you add them together, and that number has to be 0 or lower. Okay, so if you've got a -2, oh, hang on, I've got a very good example of an understable disc. You take your turn number and your fade number, add them together. In the Mamba's case, the total would be -4, so the Mamba is all good. What you can't throw, I've also got a Savant here, and you can't throw this because it's a -1. 2. So yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, so hopefully we'll see as many of you as we can on the foreshore for an understable round at Petone, and hopefully the wind isn't too high and doesn't blow everybody's discs all over the place. And then we've got the championship round following. So yeah. Thank you so much for joining us this week. On Sweet Chain Live. Next week, we've got Bray Marsden, who's going to be joining us to talk a little bit about disc golf in Bray's world. So we'll welcome him to the show, and he'll be joining us for Desert Island Disc Golf as well. Other than that, have a lovely week. I'll see you at Hoska on Saturday if you're in the capital. Otherwise, have a good one and take it easy.